Hey guys! Okay, today I wanted to talk a little bit about your journey with ItWorks and how, your journey is your own and you can't compare yourself to other people. Even though we're on different paths, we are all working towards that same success, and your story is no less special because your success came in a different way, or it took you longer or shorter time than other people. Um, when I started ItWorks, I started in October of 2013, and actually Jade Hooper started just about the same time as I did. Um, and it was crazy. I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. So I've talked about a lot of the time. I was very skeptical. I was very scared of getting out of my comfort zone. Um, Nervous, just almost holding myself back from achieving because I just almost knew that I couldn't do this, um, or that I was only going to reach it so far. I wasn't one of those lucky ones. It wasn't going to happen for me. And, so I started out really slow. Well, actually, Jade and I earned the same $800 Christmas bonus in November of 2013. And, you know, I worked super hard to get there. Signed the last person I needed to probably 20 minutes before the deadline. Um, and, we both earned that bonus, and we both were so excited. We were all, pumped and ready to go, and, kind of changed both of our businesses. But we were on different paths. We had our own journeys to follow. Jade worked her butt off and, pushed incredibly hard and reached goals so much faster than I did. She was, reached diamond and double and triple and, VIP and VIP elite and top 10 income earners, and, just exploded and worked so incredibly hard. I worked incredibly hard for my own journey. I was obviously very skeptical. I didn't know if this was going to work. I was scared, and I pushed and worked hard anyway, and I reached diamond in 6 months. And it took me a while to get to double, and it's taken me a while to get to triple. Um, and that's the thing, guys. We're all on our own journey. Do you think I sometimes have looked and look at Jade and thought, if I would have worked harder, I would be where she is? Yes. Do you think that made me want to quit sometimes because other people were doing better than I was, and you know that it was possible to do better and I just wasn't doing it and it must just be me? So many times I wanted to quit. I wanted to stop doing this. I wanted to, you know, give in to my fear and just quit. There has been so many times where I went to Kara, my upline, and just said, I just don't know if this is for me. I'm just not a salesperson. I'm just not, good at this. I don't have friends. All these excuses that I talk to you guys about all the time, I had those so many times throughout my business. And I look back now, and although my journey, it's been almost 2.5 years, and I'm reaching triple diamond this month. Do you think my journey is any less special? No, it's not. And I worked my butt off to get where I am. But it was an incredibly different journey, and my journey is my own. Jade's journey is her own. There are other distributors who started at the same time as I did who have not yet reached diamond, or who started before that, who have not promoted at all. Do you think their journey is any less special than mine? Absolutely not. It all depends on, where you're at, how hard you're willing to work, and, pushing yourself, and not comparing yourself to anyone else, but comparing yourself to you and pushing yourself for you. I read, I'm going to read this. Pippa tagged me in this morning, and I love it so much. It was from Juri. Do you know how many people tell me they know someone who tried this business and it didn't work? Well, the reality is they didn't work. It works if you do. Will you let someone else's mediocrity or total lack of effort write your story? Write your own story. Rise up. I love that because I don't need anybody else's passion. I don't need anybody else's excitement. I need my own. And I also don't need to focus on anyone else's negativity. I can be successful for me because I am working, because I am pushing myself. Um, I'm going to kind of transition that over into, the only ones that fail in this business are the ones that quit. If I would have got to that time when, everyone else around me was doing so much better and I quit, I would have failed. And I would have said, this is, it just wasn't for me. It was just, it just wasn't happening. That's failure, but it's not failure because I did anything wrong except for quit. Quitting is failing. And if you quit, your story ends. The reason why we, started this, our why, is part of our story. With a group of leaders that, we get together and kind of, talk about how to grow our businesses. And we had a kind of video chat one time where we were all telling our stories. We had 2 minutes to tell our story. So I started from the beginning and started talking about how, we were really struggling. We got married and had our baby all within 6 months. Moved into a place, had all this crazy stuff happen. And I moved on to, trying to look for a job I could work and stay home. And, then to, reaching that first success, moving on to bigger successes, growing my dream board, growing my dreams. And by the end, I was just bawling because I hadn't really realized how impactful this was in my life. I know how much I've grown, but I can't explain that to anyone else. I can't explain how much this has impacted my life. You have to find it for yourself. And your journey is different than mine. I've had a lot of struggles. I've had a lot of times I wanted to quit. I've had a lot of times where I took a little break and just quit working for a while and my business went backwards. I've had a lot of times when I pushed with everything I had to make this happen. And that's my journey. That's something I had to go through. But I never quit. And I will continue because even if it takes me 10 years to reach the ambassador, the top rank in our company, that's okay. Because to me, that's a huge success and that's something I'm working towards. And I'm not going to quit halfway there because I just don't think I can do it. It's just not going to happen. And I don't want you guys to quit either. Write your own story. I have several distributors who have been doing this for a while and have not promoted, or have promoted once or a few times and went backwards, or whatever. That's their journey. And you know how incredible of a story that's going to be when they get to the top? They're going to say, I went for a year and a half and I didn't promote, but I kept working and I didn't quit because I knew that if I quit, I would fail. And within this time, look, here I am. I'm VIP. I'm, top 10 income earner. I'm whatever. Because you guys are capable of it. The only people who fail in this business are the ones who quit. I truly, truly, truly believe that. You have to write your own story. You have to get there in your own time and your own comfort levels almost, because it took me a while to get out of my comfort zone and get out of my own way. That's the last thing that I wanted to talk about really, is I feel that a lot of you are basically setting up roadblocks before you set your path. You're saying, I'm not a good salesman. I'm not good at social media. I don't like talking to people. I don't, I'm not going to be good at this. I'm not the lucky one. I'm not whatever, blah, 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 blah. You have this giant roadblock that you have to push through before you can even make your path. You are working against yourself. You are putting up, those blocks in front of you that you're going to have to get over before you can even work your way through your journey. I'm the first to say that it's very difficult sometimes to get out of your comfort zone. I've told you guys a million stories where I didn't, or it took me a while to get out of my comfort zone, or, things that I still have a difficult time with. But I had to get over that and get over myself and get out of my own way in order to make my pathway and have that direction and know exactly where I wanted to go and I needed to go. We spend a lot more time creating those blockages and those boundaries for ourselves than we do creating our path. Imagine if we got over ourselves and worked only to create that path. Worked only to push ourselves forward to success. Imagine if you could jump out of your comfort zone and just do it. They say a lot of times in network marketing, and I know this is going to sound extreme, but what if a loved one of yours was very sick and someone told you that if you made $1,000 by tomorrow, if you earned $1,000 with this business by tomorrow, that they would be better? You'd do it. You would do it. You would find a way to do that. You'd be calling everybody you'd be, talking to everybody. You'd make that happen. You're capable of it. But you're stopping yourself because that's just too scary. That's just, that's creating those boundaries for ourselves. Yes, it absolutely is our own journey. Sometimes it takes a minute to say, I don't like talking to people. Okay, well, all right, I'm going to start talking to some people. I'm going to get over this. I'm going to get over this. Sometimes it takes us a minute to work through that. But that's okay. But imagine if we could, push through all of that and lead ourselves to success. Lead ourselves to the top. I don't know. I have a lot of you guys who are just kind of putting a stop in your journey and almost wanting to just give up because of, all of these excuses that you make for yourself. I've been there. I've done it. I know exactly how you feel. And so I don't want to be not sympathetic because I absolutely have been there and I still go there a lot. But I also want you to keep pushing, keep moving forward, keep working through those things that you need to work through, keep knocking down those roadblocks that you have for yourself, and keep pushing, because the only ones who fail in this business are the ones who quit. The only ones who fail in this business are the ones who quit. And if you quit, your story ends. You don't get to tell that incredible success story, all those things that you had to get over, all those times that you wanted to quit. You just have to say, I quit. It wasn't important enough and I quit. You don't get to say, I was just really not good at it. You quit. The only ones who fail are the ones who quit. So it's way longer than I wanted it to be, and I hope this helps somebody. But I feel very passionate because I've been there, that you can do this. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. I know it. I believe it. This company has so many incredibly powerful things available for us. We are a family, we are a network, and we work together to reach success. And I want all of you to be successful. Not for me, not for my sake, but for your sake, because I've been there. And I want to continue. And I want you to continue as well. So I hope this helped somebody, really helped me with my, just letting you know how I feel a little bit. So I love you guys. Have a very happy Wednesday. All right. See ya.